sisters. I love my country, and I am proud of its rich and varied heritage. I shall always strive to be worthy of it. I shall give respect to my parents, teachers, classmates, and all elders, and treat everyone with courtesy. To my country and my people, I pledge my devotion. In their well-being and prosperity alone lies my happiness. We shall always strive towards the protection of our environment and building of clean India. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Now, in the continuation, thought will be represented by Miriam. Miriam?
Good morning. Today's thought is brought to you by Class 11B, and today's thought is train your mind to see the good in every situation. I repeat my thought. Train your mind to see the good in every situation. Thank you and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you, madam. Now, in the continuation, EBSB program, भाषा संगम के अंतर्गत अंकित दुबे. Yes, अंकित.
नमस्कार, मैं आज आप सबके सामने भाषा संगम के अंतर्गत हिंदी और भोजपुरी के कुछ वाक्य लेकर उपस्थित हुआ हूँ, जो कुछ इस प्रकार है। आज केवीएस स्थापना दिवस है। आज केवीएस स्थापना दिवस है। केवीएस की स्थापना 15 दिसंबर 1963 में हुई थी। केवीएस की स्थापना 15 दिसंबर 1963 में भइल रहे। यह भारत में 1245 स्कूलों और विदेशों में संचालित 3 के साथ दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी स्कूल श्रृंखलाओं में से एक है। भारत में 1245 स्कूलों और विदेशों में संचालित 3 के साथ दुनिया के सबसे बड़ी स्कूल श्रृंखलाओं में से एक बार। केवीएस के 3 विदेशी स्कूल मॉस्को, तेहरान और काठमांडू में हैं। केवीएस के 3 विदेशी स्कूल मॉस्को, तेहरान और काठमांडू में बा। धन्यवाद एवं शुभ दिन।
ये संकेत, जैसा कि अंकित ने कुछ अपने वाक्यों के अंतर्गत यह बताया है कि केंद्रीय विद्यालय संगठन का आज स्थापना दिवस मनाया जा रहा है। केंद्रीय विद्यालय संगठन का यह 59वां स्थापना दिवस है और आज हम लोग ये फाउंडेशन डे जो मनाते हैं वो इसलिए मनाते हैं कि केंद्रीय विद्यालय संगठन एक ऑटोनोमस बॉडी है जिसमें 1248 विद्यालय इस समय चलाए जा रहे हैं, जिसमें से 3 विद्यालय भारत से बाहर चलाए जा रहे हैं। 1245 विद्यालयों में यूनिफॉर्म सिलेबस, यूनिफॉर्म करिकुलम चलता है। केंद्रीय विद्यालय संगठन सबसे प्रतिष्ठित विद्यालय माने जाते हैं और केंद्रीय विद्यालय परिवार में हम लोग गौरवान्वित महसूस करते हैं अपने आप को रहते हुए। हमारे बच्चों को विभिन्न प्रकार की गतिविधियों में शामिल होने का मौका भी केंद्रीय विद्यालय संगठन में मिलता है। नाउ मैं आगे इस कार्यक्रम को फर्दर कंटिन्यूएशन में एक स्पीच रिया दास के थ्रू प्रेजेंट करना चाहता हूं। रिया दास।
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Respected principal, sir, my teachers, my seniors, juniors, and my dear friends. I am Yadas. Being a member of KVS family, I feel highly honored to get this opportunity to talk about Kendriya Vidyalya Sangathan on its 58th Foundation Day. Founded on 15th December 1963, Kendriya Vidyalayas or KVs continue to grow from strength to strength over the years. From a very humble beginning of 20 regimental schools, today there are more than 1,200 Kendriya Vidyalayas across the country dedicated to service of the nation. All the KVs are run by Kendriya Vidyalya Sangathan, an autonomous body under the aegis of Ministry of Education, Government of India. As a central school, Kendriya Vidyalayas are affiliated to the Central Board of Secondary Education, that is CBSE. Known for the holistic focus, KV is one of the few schools that offer all the sports, games, activities, and the largest scope of subjects offered by CBSE to its students. All the Kendriya Vidyalayas are dedicated to impart quality education and are highly determined to cater the educational needs to children of transferable services including defense and paramilitary force. Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan believes in imparting knowledge and values, nurturing the talent, and also to develop the spirit of national integration among them. Our organization has a glorious past, a very dynamic and vibrant present, and a promising future. During the last 57 years of glorious journey and service to the society, Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan has always set new benchmarks in the field of school education. The contribution of Kendriya Vidyalaya to the educational system has been recognized and appreciated by all spheres of the society. Our Sangathan has also been rewarded by Government of India time to time. On this important day, I salute all those members of this great Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan Parivar who have wholeheartedly contributed to the rich legacy. Let us all celebrate 58th Foundation Day of our prestigious Sangathan with full energy and enthusiasm. I wish a very happy KVS Foundation Day to all of you. Be proud to be a KVN. Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, now केंद्रीय विद्यालय संगठन, जैसा कि हम सभी लोग विदित है, हम सभी लोगों को कि यह दोनों माध्यम में यहाँ पर पढ़ाई होती है, अंग्रेजी माध्यम में भी और हिंदी माध्यम में भी। तो केंद्रीय विद्यालय के ऊपर मिस्टर रथीश सर द्वारा एक पीपीटी बनाया गया है, जिसके द्वारा हम लोग केंद्रीय विद्यालय के बारे में और डिटेल में विस्तार में जानेंगे। सो मैं रथीश सर को आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा कि वह पीपीटी प्रेजेंट करें। रथीश सर।
यस। Some interruption.
धन्यवाद सर। केंद्रीय विद्यालय संगठन ने जो भी हम केंद्रीय विद्यालय कर्मचारियों के लिए जो सुविधाएं दे रखी हैं, जो विभिन्न प्रकार की गतिविधियां, कार्यक्रम, एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज बच्चों के लिए करवाई जाती हैं, ये सब चीजें हम लोगों के लिए बहुत ही अच्छी हैं। और अब आगे हम प्रोग्राम को बढ़ाते हुए अपने विद्यालय की म्यूजिक टीचर मिसिज असीमा करमाकर मैडम को आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा कि वो केंद्रीय विद्यालय का गीत ऑर्गेनाइज करवाएं। असीमा मैम।
यस सर। बीती तोपा।
Yes, ma'am.
You start the केंद्रीय विद्यालय गीत।
Namaste. भारत का स्वर्णिम गौरव केंद्रीय विद्यालय लाएगा। भारत का स्वर्णिम गौरव केंद्रीय विद्यालय लाएगा। तक्षशिला नालंदा का इतिहास लौट कर आएगा। भारत का स्वर्णिम गौरव केंद्रीय विद्यालय लाएगा। शिक्षा उपवन के नए फूल, संस्कृत सरिता के नए गुण। शिक्षा उपवन के नए फूल, संस्कृत सरिता के नए गुण। हम ज्योति दीप जागृत प्रभु, ज्योति दीप जागृत प्रभु। हट जाओ तम के धूल सुन, हट जाओ तम के धूल सुन। तम सोमा ज्योतिर्गमय, तम सोमा ज्योतिर्गमय, तम सोमा ज्योतिर्गमय। यह मंत्र विश्व में छाएगा। भारत का स्वर्णिम गौरव केंद्रीय विद्यालय लाएगा। धन अनेक पढ़ एक प्राण, स्वर अनेक पढ़ एक गान। धन अनेक पढ़ एक प्राण, स्वर अनेक पढ़ एक गान। हम कण कण पर छा जाएंगे, हम कण कण पर छा जाएंगे। बनकर भारत का स्वाभिमान, बनकर भारत का स्वाभिमान। तत्त्वभूषण अपाविनो, तत्त्वभूषण अपाविनो, तत्त्वभूषण अपाविनो। यह छंद ज्योति बरसाएगा। भारत का स्वर्णिम गौरव केंद्रीय विद्यालय लाएगा। भारत का स्वर्णिम गौरव केंद्रीय विद्यालय लाएगा। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद बेटा। अब आगे इस प्रोग्राम को मैं बढ़ाते हुए अपने विद्यालय के ऑनरेबल प्रिंसिपल सर को मैं इनवाइट करना चाहता हूं कि वो बच्चों के लिए कुछ आशीर्वचन दें और इस केंद्रीय विद्यालय संगठन के 59वें इस स्थापना दिवस के अवसर पर हम लोगों को बताएं कुछ। प्रिंसिपल सर।
Right. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good morning to everyone, respected teachers, dear students. So first of all, I wish to greet everyone on this very solemn and very important occasion. 15th of December is the KVS Foundation Day, which we observe every year. As has been told by Ms. Riadas, as well as in the PPT shown by Ratheesh sir, we've seen, we've come to know that KVS is celebrating its 58th Foundation Day today. Just to go over what has been told to us already in this short program. The Kendriya Vidyalya Sangathan was initially started in the year 1963. The purpose, the reason, इसका जो वजह है, reason क्यों KVS को establish किया गया था, it was to provide education to the children of armed forces personnel initially, right? So people serving in the army, people serving in the air force, people serving in the navy, their children, needed to have, these schools, because some of these army bases, some of these naval bases were located in very far-flung areas. And, those officers and those sepoys and personnel who took their families with them, could not find proper schools to send their children to. So the government of India decided that, some schools will be established to cater to the educational needs of these children, the wards of armed forces personnel. So in the year 1963, these schools were established. Initially, as has been told to you, initially only 20 schools were established. They were regimental schools. They were established inside the army bases and the naval bases and the armed forces, and the air force bases, right? So initially there were only 20 schools, but later on, after the armed forces established their own schools, the army schools and the navy schools and the air force schools were established, it was decided to expand the scope of these regimental schools. So at first, initially when they were established, they were called central schools. बाद में उनका नाम बदला गया, उनका नया नाम बन गया केंद्रीय विद्यालयस, right? केंद्रीय विद्यालयस. And from that humble beginning, 20 schools से अभी 58 years later, from 20 schools, we've now reached a total of 1,248 schools. And more are being opened every year. क्योंकि केंद्रीय विद्यालय का जो एजुकेशन जो देते हैं, इसका इसका क्या है, इसका जो प्रूफ है, इसका जो इम्पैक्ट है, everybody has come to know, and केंद्रीय विद्यालय has become a brand, a brand name. केंद्रीय विद्यालय का जो एजुकेशन है, एक यूनिक टाइप का एजुकेशन देते हैं केंद्रीय विद्यालय में. And that is why, everywhere, the state governments and different departments, different, public sector undertakings, different universities want to open Kendriya Vidyalayas, in their campuses, in their vicinity. And they're willing to provide the land and the, different facilities, infrastructure, and so on. And that is why more and more Kendriya Vidyalayas have been opened. And today, like I said, there are 1,248 schools. And next year by this time, it will be more. Because every year, 20 to 30 schools are opened every year. Today, Kendriya Vidyalayas, total enrollment in Kendriya Vidyalayas is roughly about 13 lakh. 13 lakh is more than the population of Mizoram as per the 2011 census. So, itna sara bachcha Kendriya Vidyalayas mein padhte hai. 13 lakh children study in Kendriya Vidyalayas. And most KVs, we, even in our KV, in KV Aizawl, we get more applications than we can admit. Mane, at present, our school strength is roughly about 1,081 children. Class 1 se class 12 tak. In KV Aizawl, we have 1,081 children in our school. Our sanction strength is only 960. And there have been so many cases where we've been compelled to deny admission, because all our classes, right from class 1 to class 12, are above the sanction strength as far as enrollment is concerned. कुछ classes में हमारा 55 भी पहुंच गया है, 40 है strength. As per CBSE norms, as per KVS norms, 40 होना है. मगर हमारा classes में कुछ classes में 50 है, कुछ classes में 55 है. So the point that I'm trying to make is that there is a huge demand for admissions in KVS. And I'll briefly go over, the reasons why this is so. We've already come to know that all KVs, all across the country, we follow a common syllabus, right? We follow a common system of education. We even follow a common scheme of assessment. So uniform education is given in all the KVs all across the country, right? Uniform syllabus is followed in all the KVs. Uniform examination system is followed in all the KVs. Now, the thing is that KVS is not only about providing academic education. We do much more than that. आप लोगों को भी पता है, we are all family members of this KV, and by extension, we are all members of the Kendriya Vidyalya Sangathan, that 13 lakh community of students. 13 lakh students है, और उसके साथ we have about 70,000 staff members catering to the needs of these 13 lakh children. So altogether, लगभग we have about 14 lakh people in this system. और हमारा system जो है, it's not only about giving academic education in the subjects that you study in your classrooms. In the textbooks, subjects like EVS, subjects like English and Hindi, and so on. Apart from that, right, KVS is also known for being at the forefront of, every new scheme, every new innovation that is introduced in the field of education in our country, as we are already aware. We are not limited to only academics. Alok sir, can you just switch off your microphone, because I'm getting a lot of feedback. I can't.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so what I was saying is, there is a particular characteristic, or should we say a personality trait, that we ascribe to a KVN. Koi bhi KVN, from any KV, anywhere in the country, as has been told to you, there are also 3 KVs located outside the country, in Kathmandu, in Moscow, in Tehran. So any KVN, from any KV, anywhere in the country, exhibits certain personality traits, certain characteristics, right, that identifies them as a KVN. And that is, and that is what I want to focus upon, dear children. You are all KVNs. And this is something that you will find out, after you leave the system. Class 12 pass होने के बाद, college में जाने के बाद, या, further on, नौकरी मिलने के बाद, when you join the workforce, when you become adults, when you become a full-fledged citizen of the country, that is when you will find out what it means to be a KVN. There are so many illustrious and glorious examples of KVNs who have sacrificed even their lives for the country, who have contributed so much for this country. Even recently in the very tragic helicopter crash that killed General Bipin Rawat, one of the pilots, right? One of the pilots was a KV alumnus, who passed out from, I think, KV Kolaba, Navy Colony Kolaba in Mumbai. Recently there was a case where an Indian Air Force pilot was briefly captured by the Pakistanis, and he exhibited such courage, such grit in the even under captivity. He did not give in. He did not show any kind of cowardice. He showed exemplary courage. Can any of you name the name of this person that I'm talking about? The Indian Air Force pilot who was captured, when his MiG-21 was downed by the Pakistanis.
Abhinandan, sir. Mr.
Captain, yeah.
Abhinandan.
Yeah, Captain. I think he was a squadron leader, Abhinandan. He was also a KV student. Similarly, if you look at any sphere, any sphere of our country, right? Whether it be politics, whether it be civil service, whether it be in the field of academia, in universities, in schools, in colleges, right? In scientific research institutions, particularly in the armed forces, in the army, in the air force, in the navy, in the police services, you will find KVNs everywhere, right? In KVs, in a KV, we try to mold our children to become law-abiding, contributing citizens, patriotic citizens, faithful to the country, who are willing to sacrifice everything for the sake of the progress of the country. And that is what being a KVN means. And this is something very different, I would say, from other school systems. हमारा केवी में हम लोग जो कार्यक्रम जो हम लोग सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, कंडक्ट करते हैं, इतना सारा कार्यक्रम हम लोग करते हैं. कभी कभी आप लोग भी सोचता होगा, even our teachers may feel that we are being overburdened with so many activities, so many programs. But I tell you this, dear children, I tell you this, that taking part in these activities that we conduct in the school, whether it be Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, which is all about promoting national integrity, getting to know fellow Indians from other parts of the country, whether it is the Awaken Citizenship Program, whether it is the Adolescence Education Program, whether it is the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which we are celebrating this year, 75th year of Indian independence, whether it is the PISA activities that we conduct, right from class 6 onwards, CCT-based questions. All these activities that we conduct, whether it be the Science Congress that we conduct, the Mathematics Congress that we conduct, whether it be the hundreds of other activities that we conduct, all these activities are useful. All these activities will contribute towards making you the kind of person, the kind of people that this country needs. Hamara desh, we have a very long way to go. We have a very long way to go. Our country is on the path of progress. And we are reaching there. हम लोग पीछे नहीं जा रहे, आगे जा रहे, आगे जा रहे, और आगे जाते रहेंगे. And ये आगे जाने का जो काम है, इसका आगे में KVNs खड़ा है. KVNs are there leading the country everywhere. And tomorrow, when your turn comes, तुम्हारा भी time आएगा tomorrow, you will also be leading the country in various fields, whether it be academics, whether it be science, whether it be politics, whether it be bureaucracy, whether it be the armed forces. आप लोग ही lead करेंगे. And that is what, being a KVN means. Right? So, holistic development. We stress on holistic development. Holistic means all round. Not only in the field of academics, whether it be sports, whether it be academics, whether it be science, whether it be debating, whether it be quizzing, whether it be various co-curricular activities, we are there, KVNs. And that is what we want for you, dear children. Just to take the example of PISA. PISA ka hum log 3 saal se, right? 3 saal se PISA karke hum log chala rahe hain, right? Or PISA kya hai? PISA is an international, examination wherein children are going to be tested in critical thinking, in reasoning, in logical thinking, right? In creative thinking. ठीक है? तो PISA का prepare करने का time में we have conducted so many, critical and creative thinking assessments, CCT assessments, बहुत किया है. And इसका फल इस बार का जो CBSE एग्जाम है, those of you who are in class 5 or those of you who are in class 9, those of you who are in class 11, जब आप लोग बोर्ड एग्जाम्स फेस करेंगे ना, क्लास 10 का एग्जाम्स या क्लास 12 का एग्जाम्स फेस करेंगे, आपको पता चलेंगे ये CCT का जो प्रैक्टिस हम लोग करा रहे हैं ये कितना यूजफुल है. Because this time, most of the questions, आप देखिए, क्वेश्चन पेपर देखिए, अभी जो एग्जाम चल रहा है, you will find that most of the questions are from CCT, out of the box questions, syllabus के बाहर से है, questions which compels you to think, out of the box, to use your logic to answer. ठीक है, तो CCT का जो प्रैक्टिस है हम करते रहेंगे, because we have to prepare you to face the example. KVS में जो भी कर रहा है हम लोग, ये बकवास नहीं है, ये यूजलेस नहीं है. Everything that we do in our school, in our Vidyalaya, is useful, is aimed, is conducted with the objective of molding you, of shaping you into the kind of citizen that this country needs. And that is why, once again, on this day, we need to remind ourselves that we are all KVNs and that we are part of something great, something monumental, a school system that is unique in many ways, that is, one of a kind. It is one of the largest school systems in the world, but it is not just a school system. You have to understand, KVS is a reflection of Indian society. In the KV, you will find children from all stratas of society. The rich, the poor, the middle class, ACs, STs, OBCs. हर तरह का बैकग्राउंड का बच्चा हमारा KV में मिलेंगे आप. But one thing is common among all KVNs. We are all patriotic Indian citizens. We want the progress of this country. We want the development of this country. This is something that you need to tell yourself. This is something that you need to remind yourself, dear children. So with this, I would like to conclude for today. In the end, I would like to thank the teachers and the students who have arranged this beautiful, very short program at such short notice. We decided to conduct this program only yesterday. And in such short notice, Mr. Ratheesh, Mr. Alok Tiwari, Madam Ashima Karmakar, and all the students who have, conducted these activities today, right? You've done a very wonderful job, and I congratulate all of you. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
For sharing your precious thought on KVS. And now I would like to say, प्रत्येक भारतीय का हार्ट होता है अपना नेशनल एंथम. So now I would like to request Ashima Karmakar madam, please, for national anthem.
Okay, sir. Everybody stand up.
Yes.
Tia Zaman,
Yes,
are you
ma'am.
ready?
Yes, ma'am.
वीडियो ऑन करके गाओ.
Yes, ma'am.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा. विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा. तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे. गाए तव जय गाथा. जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
भारत माता की जय. Now we can. तो कार्यक्रम के अंत में अब मैं सभी को धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करना चाहता हूं. मैं रिस्पेक्टेड प्रिंसिपल सर को और अपने सभी साथीगणों को और डियर स्टूडेंट्स जिन्होंने इस कार्यक्रम को अच्छा बनाया, मैं उन सभी को धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूं और आज का कार्यक्रम यहीं पे समाप्त करते हैं. ओके.
थैंक यू सर.